From the commenter, can you please turn your volume as loud as you can and begin?
Yes, I hope you can hear me. I am calling for two things. One is that at the last two police commission meetings, there have been family members of people who are in a mental crisis, disabled for different reasons, and they end up getting killed by LAPD because LAPD does not have it in policy to properly handle these situations. And I think that the Department of Disability needs to get involved and help the police, because I'm sick and tired of seeing people in mental crisis get killed because they have a knife, but they're not charging after anybody. It's basically they're shooting and killing them so they don't kill themselves, which is ridiculous. So please get involved. I also come to talk about Scientology and all of their continuous disregard for the ADA community. They still do not have where they can, they did take away the planters, but they did not, still have not made it accessible. You cannot, if anyone who wants to come to their, to look into, to even join or whatever, they cannot get off, they can't park anywhere. There's no disability parking spots and they can't get in. And you can't go into their parking lot where there is a spot because it's for parishioners only. So, and they have events, they have an event coming up Sunday. So the ADA community will again be exempt because they do not have proper access for people. And considering how they were with the ADA, with all those ADA non-accessible planters, I don't know if it's deliberate, but they do consider us degraded beings. They consider the Scientology that considers disabled people degraded beings. Imagine that. If you're LGBTQ plus, you're a degraded being. There's all kinds of people who are considered degraded beings, but it needs to stop. They need to make it accessible to everybody, especially if they're going to advertise things to the public for public events. I'll yield my time. Thank you.
Thank you. Next on the commenter.
The host would like you to unmute your microphone. You can press *6 to unmute. You are unmuted.
Yes, hi, can you hear me?
Yes. Yeah.
Thank you, I appreciate it. I just want to make a note that some of the comments made before, I want to echo that and point your attention to the CAS report. My name is Enri Marini. I was there to speak to this commission about a month ago on the fact that there's some egregious violations on the ADA community and various public rights of access law on the county, city, and state level by Scientology, particularly at their 4810 West Sunset Boulevard area. There has been a moment where my good friend Audit LA has actually been trapped on a wheelchair because they've destroyed the public sidewalk from their illegal plan. Even though they're gone, it doesn't take away the fact that they violated 5611, 5612 of the LAMC. Criminal prosecution should be prosecuted against Scientology. This board has the authority to write letters of affidavit in support of their criminal prosecution, as well as to help the city collect fines. They owe the city over $2 million in fines for these ADA violations alone, amongst many other things, and the fact that they keep getting unlawful permits to do illegal street closures, where they also illegally close down the public sidewalk. They don't own it, and they're trying to use their bad standing as if somehow that entitles them to a street vacation L. Ron Hubbard way. The city needs money, there should be parking meters on that street, and it is in fact a public street. I urge this board to take action, go and apply pressure to the Board of Public Works, as well as the mayor's office, and it's within your right and power. The neighborhood council supports you, we the people support you, and it's about time that the ADA community get justice and this board exert its power. I yield the rest of my time, and I appreciate your attention on this.
Hi. Yes. 2 points. With the games coming, the Paralympic Games coming, the city is the most very in a chair. It's very hard to navigate this city. And it's just astounding to me how you think we're going to be ready within 3 years. With the Willis decision, even if you put in, that it's you're a disabled person and you need to put in a request for a repair. They told me for the repairs I've requested, it's a 10-year wait. And that is way, the Olympics will be long gone by then. So, and that I want to say that, and then also with the art, that I just want to let you know that there's a group of former Scientologists that have created an art group to deal with the disabilities that they have endured as survivors of horrific, sex crimes and everything that they've endured. And so I would love to see you guys reach out to their art collective and other art collectives that deal with people who are overcoming trauma and other disabilities, and when you're trying to find artwork, that there's all levels of disability, some you see, some you don't, and that you would put in different groups that they can hopefully get maybe on a list to be chosen for whatever art projects that you would, because their artwork's really good, and so I would hope that you would do that. I'll yield back my time. Thank you.
Yes, hi, can you hear me?
Yeah.
Thank you. I just want to echo the point made earlier. So the names of the two gentlemen that actually host those art collectives and are survivors. One is a gentleman named Michael Habicht. He has a very popular YouTube channel called Literally Michael. And the other gentleman is also running a successful YouTube channel called Literally Serge, spelled with his name, which is Serge, Serge Delmar. Serge has a very sad story as a survivor, but he's a very fierce advocate. And they do run an art collective. It is a quite popular one. I strongly recommend that you do contact them.
Doors are closed.
And they're easily accessible via their social media platforms. Like I said, you can easily go on their YouTube channels, Literally Serge and Literally Michael, and you can contact them to do an exhibit. And they do, and they do have, and they do have their art collective running all year long. So I encourage you to go and contact them. Thank you.
Other comments here? You may begin.
Yeah, sorry, I don't know how much time I have left, but
That's really.
okay, I want to ask about your bylaws. Okay, because the CPACs of LAPD and the EBID and others have issues because they allow people on the board who may represent other entities like, say, Scientology, and now we have a problem because they're in Scientology right now is in bad standing. Okay, they have several. They have a child bride case against them. They have a civil RICO lawsuit against them and human trafficking lawsuit against them. And also they have the city attorney is going after them for all those illegal planters that they finally did remove, but they're being prosecuted for it. So they're in bad standing with the city, and none of their people should be on any board representing them, having a seat on behalf of Scientology. So I would just make sure that your bylaws are very strict on that anyone who's sitting on the board has to have, will not have any kind of sex crimes or anything, or any kind of litigation that is, like that they have to be in good standing. And so I would just really make sure you shore that up really good. Thank you.
Thank you. Your public comment? No, there are no more public comments.
Yes, hi, can you hear me?
Yes.
Thank you. I just wanted to bring it to this board's attention that it's quite frustrating, despite that every other city committee meets using the same conference room as city council, as well as even this commission, yet they deliberately refuse to allow teleconference options for those that do have disabilities to chime in via public comment. It's quite frustrating, and frankly, it's totally illogical. I believe it's shy of bad faith dealing on their part, and it's totally discriminatory. The fact of the matter is they have the technology to hold teleconference meetings for public comment, and I hope this board seriously does put forward an effort to mandate that they do offer that option to offer public comment by teleconference. It's just not right, and one of my good friends is suffering through this issue where she can't attend in person due to a broken wheelchair, and it's just not right. So I hope this board urges the city to do such a move. It's possible the resources are already there. They should already
Not in
take it.
public home.